Hey everybody, welcome to my experiment show that I am creating today. I'm going to be interviewing a few friends just to check in with them, see how they're doing during this pandemic craziness that we're in. And I thought it would be a good idea to just do a face-to-face interviews and just bring some light to what's going on and have people share their stories and their lives and thoughts of this craziness. So, um, without further ado, I want to introduce to you a dear friend of mine. He is a massage therapist in Atlanta, Georgia. We've been friends for about 14 years, and he is an amazing human, performer, artist, change maker, community leader, list goes on. He's someone that I really look up to in the world, and yeah, we've had a lot of fun. So thought I'd reach out and ask him a few questions. Thanks for watching. We are on. How's it
Yay.
going? Thanks for letting me interview you today.
Yeah, of course. My pleasure.
Uh, so you're in Atlanta, Georgia, right now,
Yes, I am.
and oh, this is Dallas Oliver. To anyone who's watching, he's a very dear friend of mine, and excited to interview you today. Just check in with you, see how you're doing during this crazy time. And yeah, I guess we could just jump straight to this. And what was my first question?
So your first
Oh,
question so just for anyone watching this, we kind of did this the other day, but had some issues with recording and whatnot. So it's like a redo um, on the interview scenario.
yeah.
A little bit about me real quick, just like a brief, like who I am, where I am. So my name is Dallas Oliver, and I am a massage therapist currently located in Atlanta, Georgia. Um, I just moved back to Atlanta 2 years ago. Prior to being in Atlanta, I was in Southern Oregon for about 7 years, living out on a farm on 10 acres in the middle of the woods. And just comparing during a pandemic, being in a city versus being out on a farm in the woods, I'm really missing my little cabin in the woods right now.
I bet.
It's a little easier to deal with like a global pandemic when and to self isolate and like not talk to people or see people or not like interact with people on a regular basis. Because when I was in Oregon, it was like I would go like 4 or 5 6 days and only see one or two other people.
Yeah.
um, so it's just a lot more difficult to do that here. But yeah, I'm 38 years old, massage therapist, thanks to Zoe, because she kind of led me down that path
Aw.
many years ago. And yeah, I shut down my business last Thursday. So it's been about 6 or so days of not working. Um, and yeah, that's a little
How's
bit
that
about me.
how's that been for you to not work?
Uh, It's it's been fine. Like I've had a couple of slow weeks this year already.
Mhm.
So that kind of sucks. Right before this all happened, actually, my birthday was in late February, and I went to Mardi Gras for my birthday. And so I took a week off for Mardi Gras, and then when I got back from Mardi Gras, and I planned on just taking 1 week off for my birthday just to celebrate and let loose a little. And I got super sick when I got back. Um, could have been corona. I don't know. I think it was actually just the flu because I had like a super high fever, and
Mhm.
that was like my only symptom was having a really high fever for like 4 or 5 days.
Mhm.
I didn't have any like there was no chest congestion, there was no coughing, there was no sinus stuff, there was no anything else. It was literally just the high fever and body aches for like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
So
Sounds like the flu.
r- right before pandemic happened, I kind of unexpectedly had taken 2 weeks off of work, and then all of a sudden pandemic happens, and now I'm taking 2 to 6 weeks off, I guess. I don't know.
I guess
um,
we don't know yet.
yeah, we don't know.
Well, thanks for sharing that and telling us about yourself. And yeah, it's definitely kind of a lot of unknowns right now. So wanted to connect with you and chat a little bit and yeah, just ask you a couple questions. So
Cool.
I guess how are you taking care of yourself? Like what are some self-care practices that you're
Yeah.
working on or not working on, or maybe
I
every day is
mean,
different?
yeah, so honestly, for the last week or so, like I have not been doing very much self-care. I haven't really been doing all the things that I should be doing to take care of myself.
Mhm.
Um, it, it, I mean, and I'm okay with that. I'm being okay with adding a splash of bourbon to my coffee in the morning. I'm being okay with having a beer or a drink before noon. I'm not, I'm drinking lots of water. I'm taking vitamin C. I'm doing those things. But I do all those things all the time anyways. So I don't know. I'm not really taking very good care of myself. My body is hurting. I've got vertebrae that are out of place. My muscles are sore. I need a massage. I need an Epsom salt bath. And so I'm like barely taking care of myself. Self
Yeah,
care is like kind of low right now.
hello. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel similar. I
Yeah.
think you're not alone
But
in that.
yeah, but I mean, one of the things, I guess, I don't know if this might go into another question or not. But like one of the things that I've done today, actually, and over the last couple of days, is me and my boyfriend Dennis. I'm at his house right now, so I've like socially isolated and sheltered at home down to I'm at my house for a couple of nights, and then I come up to my boyfriend's house for a couple of nights, and so I've limited my social interactions and stuff to my boyfriend and my housemate, and that's it
Yeah.
for like 5 days now. So I'm not like just in one place. I have the luxury of having like two places that I can kind of bounce back and forth between.
Yeah. So you don't go stir crazy.
Yeah, totally. So, but we actually just set up like a full studio space here in his basement. Is downstairs actually. It's not really a basement. Um, so I've like kind of started building some stuff. Is this a good time to kind of show that maybe?
Yeah. Go
So
for
I
it.
just I just made
We're improvising here. So
Yeah, so I for years I've made these little boxes that like have a picture on the front. This doesn't have hinges on it yet because I just finished it about 10 minutes ago. But it'll have hinges on it,
that's
and
cool.
there'll be like a picture in it.
Nice.
And yeah, so and I'm gonna turn slowly so that maybe the lighting won't be like crazy, crazy. But we just like set up this big workbench.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and we have like a air compressor and all the tools we need, and I've got my chop saw set up. And then let's see if you can see the view. Yeah.
Wow. That's a nice space.
Yeah,
Very cool.
so we just spent the last like couple of days getting it really ready down here to turn into a studio space. And I'm just gonna start turning out some pieces of work. I'm gonna actually like be an artist again, maybe.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm in the same boat with you. I'm like, I can't massage, so I'm just gonna get creative right now.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna start making little like picture boxes. I'm gonna make some other artwork pieces, and just kind of, we're down to in Atlanta. It's like they just put like shelter at home,
Shelter in
lockdown.
place. Yeah.
Yeah. So like whatever wood I have and whatever materials I have is pretty much what I have at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to use everything I have and make a bunch of stuff. And maybe people that are able to work through this pandemic will be able to support people like me. And, I have a feeling some of my clients that I can't massage right now would really, you know, buy this little stupid box that's really pretty and awesome and cool for the same price that they would an hour massage.
Maybe.
You know,
So far, it looks
so
pretty cool.
yeah, so I guess like self care is a little better than when we talked the other day because I've now like got a studio set up and I'm like doing some artwork and woodwork and stuff.
Like,
So that's really helping me like
put your
have some,
energy somewhere.
yeah, put my energy somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. If you were to buy just five things right now, what would be the most important things
Okay.
in this moment?
I thought about this. Lube, because I'm out of lube. So, sex is bound to happen during this shutdown or lockdown, especially when I have a really handsome boyfriend. So I'm out of lube. I need to buy lube, and I would normally buy that at like the Eagle or the Heretic. There's like gay bars that have little like stores in them, basically like sex
Mhm.
stores in them. And since those have been shut down, I can't really buy the lube that I like at CVS or the
Uh-huh.
grocery store. So yeah, I would buy lube. I would buy the Talento ice cream stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, so good. And I finished off the last thing of Southern Butter Pecan that I had yesterday. So I would definitely buy like a plethora of Talento ice cream.
Very
um,
important.
very important. I'm pretty much out of bread. So far we've got lube, ice cream, and bread.
Mhm.
Um, I definitely also want a table saw. So we're actually looking because Dennis's table saw is not working. So we're probably going to buy a table saw online and get it shipped here. And then the fifth thing that I would buy, if I could buy anything, like anything in the entire world, it didn't matter, like realistic or not, I would buy a cure for the coronavirus.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I mean, other than that, I pretty much like we have plenty of booze, and we've got a lot of food, um, and we're like kind of low on toilet paper, but not like dangerously low yet. So
Why
that's
do you
good.
think that people went crazy with the teepee?
I, I mean, like, there's some logic behind it in the sense of like, okay, if you usually poop at work every day, and like for ladies that are like using the bathroom at work every day for 8 to 10 hours a day at work, so they're using less toilet. They're going to be using a lot more toilet paper at home. But like, that's like you buy an extra pack, not like an extra case and a half or whatever.
I thought maybe because, like, some people have large families. Like, maybe they have some. I've met people that have like five kids, and so that's a lot of bathroom
Yeah, and
time.
especially if like five of the kids are usually pooping, peeing at work or at school every day, that is like one extra roll. If you've got like six
True.
people in your
Yeah.
household, that's an extra roll of toilet paper per day. If like five of those people are women,
Right. Yeah.
um,
I saw a
yeah,
cool picture of someone had taken a bunch of toilet paper and like put them all over the walls, you know,
uh-huh.
like like an
I saw that.
installation art piece of toilet paper in their
Yeah,
bathroom. It's pretty awesome. All right, well, moving on to other questions. Um, I asked you this. This is sort of, just like a fun question of what you wanted to be when you were a kid, and
oh yeah,
just want to
yeah.
kind of pivot a little bit and yeah, just maybe if you had a dream job that you want to be still, or when you were a kid you thought of being
Yeah.
career.
I had forgotten this question. So when I don't remember what I wanted to be when I was like a little kid, but I remember sometime between like 12 and 15 or something, or 10 years old and 15, the TV show ER came on, and I always thought that it would be really cool to be like an ER doctor, like a trauma center ER doctor, um, just because. I don't like I had a crush on the actor that one of the actors in the ER, or two of them. Um, and so like I thought, I had that like fantasy of, ooh, let me be a hot doctor. Um, but also I thought it would be really cool to be an ER doctor or like a whatever. And I still kind of have a desire to not necessarily be a doctor. But right before pandemic happened, I was actually looking into going to EMT school to get my EMT license. And I was mostly doing that so that I could be a set medic in the film industry, just because it pays really well for minimum impact on your body and stuff. Because I've been trying to find something to supplement massage therapy,
Right.
because it's great and it's awesome, but it is like kind of exhausting because I do a lot of like emotional, spiritual, witchy woo woo work also,
Yeah.
while I'm massaging. So it's just a little exhausting.
Sure.
But yeah, so dream or like what I wanted to be as a kid, I wanted to be like a doctor or like a trauma person that like handles people that are in trauma.
Yeah.
Um, and I still kind of want to do that because I think it's something that I'd be really good at, and I work really well under pressure. And so it's yeah, I don't know, ER doctor slash trauma surgeon
Yeah.
slash ambulance person slash wilderness first responder. Yeah, dream job.
Dream job.
Yeah,
That would be really awesome. I think I could see you doing that now.
yeah.
Um, okay. What are you most grateful for in this moment?
Um, I am most grateful for the positive, healthy, wonderful environmental impact that this pandemic is going to have on Mother Earth. I'm super grateful that like there's thousands upon thousands of less cars on the road every day right now.
Hmm.
I'm grateful that like you know there's less air pollution, there's less water pollution happening. So I'm really grateful that like I know that this is going to sound weird, but I'm really grateful that like Great Mother Earth Gaia has like sent this virus as like a reminder for humans to slow the f down
Yeah.
and to have less of an impact on the wellness of the earth. So I'm super grateful for the positive, healthy, wonderful environmental impact that will come of all this. Hopefully, I mean, who knows? It might not. Like, it might do something really shitty and horrible to the planet, but I don't think it will. I think having millions of less cars on the road every day for a couple of weeks
Right.
is going to be like really awesome.
Yeah, there's been like no traffic, which has been amazing. Not that I'm driving anywhere, but when I was last week, it was such a breeze.
Yeah, getting from my house to my boyfriend's house on a good day with traffic just being normal traffic, it's about 30 minutes. Like 25, 30 minutes.
Hmm.
And right now it's 15 minutes. Like
Yeah.
maybe 16 minutes if I get stopped at the light next to his house. But
Yeah.
it's like literally commute time is in half, and that's pretty awesome.
That is awesome. Um, well, I think I might cut this a little short just because
Uh-huh.
I'm a little tired, but maybe say where people can find you
Yeah,
online.
definitely. Oh wait, you didn't ask me the superhero
Oh
question.
yeah.
Yeah.
What superpower would you have if you had a superpower? That is a
Uh,
very important question.
so I've had this in my head for like a decade or 2 decades or something, since I was like 18 or 19. If I had a superpower, it would be the power to like reach inside of people's bodies and like pull stuff out that's like if you're having, and the whole reason I wanted this as a superpower was because I had a lot of really bad acid reflux when I was like 18 to 21.
Mhm.
And so I wanted to just like reach into my throat and like pull my stomach out and like wash it out and clean it and like fix everything and then put it back in. So my superpower would be the ability to like reach inside of people's bodies with relatively small discomfort. So like it's not gonna feel good, like it's got to be a little uncomfortable to do that kind of work. So I want to be able to like reach inside of people, pull stuff out that's like damaged, broken, diseased, whatever, fix it, clean it, like rinse people's livers out and put them back in. And right now, during Corona and COVID, I would be able to like pull the lungs out, pressure wash them, or like run clear water through them or whatever, clean them out somehow, and then put them back in so that the people would be okay. So
Yeah.
with relative low discomfort.
Or no discomfort. Yes. That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome superpower, I have to say.
Yeah.
Um, well, cool. Thanks, Dallas. Well,
Yeah.
and you have a website for
I
your
do.
massage now?
So people can find me. My name's Dallas Oliver, and I'm pretty open about that online. You can find my website is dolliverbodyworks.com. So that's dolliverbodyworks.com. You can also find me Blue Plastic Cowboy on Instagram, and Gmail and whatever. But really, if you find Dolliver Bodyworks or Dallas Oliver or Blue Plastic Cowboy, all of those, you'll find me.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks for chatting with me
yeah, thank
and
you, Zoe.
showing
I really
a little
appreciate it.
peek into your world.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Um,